Today on 15 News, we visit with Captain Jason Deno as he brings us up to speed on the new Fire Department training facility. We visit Surgeon's Choice and get ourselves fit for the spring. And we get to touch a truck. All this and so much more on 15 News. Welcome back to 15 News. I'm your host, Jim Hall. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got a lot to bring you, so we're going to jump right into it. We're going to visit with Captain Jason Deno over at the Fire Department, and he's going to give us a look at the new training facility. It's going to have its official unveiling in June, but we're getting a first look.
So towering over my shoulder here is our brand new 4-story live fire training facility that we constructed here at the Southfield Fire Department training grounds. We're located behind Fire Station number 5 on Lasser Road, just south of 10 Mile, right next door to Southfield A&T High School. So the plan for this facility is to be able to do all sorts of firefighter training. As the name implies, live fire training. We actually have 3 different burn chambers, or burn rooms as we call it. One on the first, one on the second, one on the 4th floor, which allows us to duplicate and replicate live fire training scenarios, which is the closest thing we can do to safely train our personnel to be prepared for the real event. It was really important to us that we included that 4th story training, live fire training facility, just because of the fact we have so many high rises in and around Southfield that we wanted to make sure we could better prepare our firefighters for if we ever got a high rise event.
That's an amazing facility, and that's going to help the Southfield Fire Department protect the citizens of Southfield. So thanks for bringing us that update, Jason. Next up, we're going to visit Surgeon's Choice, and we're going to get ourselves fit and ready for spring.
I'm going to share with you 2 of my favorite exercises to get you moving after a long winter's nap. But let's talk about the basics first. Don't forget, hydration is really important. Not to mention good rest, a well-balanced diet, and perhaps enlisting the help of a friend if you know you're going to need help staying motivated. Before we do any exercises, don't forget to stretch. If you need help stretching, you can reference our video from last year from the spring edition. The first exercise I want to show you is called a sit to stand. All you need is a chair or a place to sit. Now your feet should be shoulder width apart. In order to do this exercise, your hands should be either on your lap or crossed in front of your chest. This will engage your core, your legs, and your back muscles. You can do this about 10 times. Now, if this is too difficult for you, of course, use the arms of the seat. If this is too easy for you, we can remove the seat and actually do a squat. Again, legs shoulder width apart. Make sure you're engaging your core and pretend as if you are going to sit back in a chair and stand back up. Our second exercise is called a wall push-up. You would start by finding a free space on the wall, take 2 steps forward, turn around, extend your arms towards the wall, engage your core, make sure your bottom is tucked in, and bring your head almost to the wall and back. Now, as you progress, you can bring your hands further down the wall or to a countertop, to a mat table, and eventually to the ground where you can do a push-up on the ground. Thanks for watching. By joining us today, you've taken the first step towards your path to fitness success. We look forward to you joining us again.
This next story is just one of many that shows you how much the police department cares about our community. We're going to go over and visit with Chief Barron, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the Easter basket giveaway. It was a great success, even though the weather really didn't want to cooperate.
I want to start off by thanking Cosmica Legal Group for partnering with the Southfield Police Department and hosting this really wonderful event. We have the opportunity to give out over 300 Easter baskets to children, families, some families in need, and some families just want to come out, shake a hand with a police officer, enjoy the scenery. Well, I understand the importance of police, that term called community policing. Right now, there's been a lot of things, negative things nationally reflecting police conduct. And so what better way than to let the community know that police departments such as Southfield, we care about our community, we are involved in our community, and that way we can lessen some of the stereotypes, open up the conversation. Because I'm always one who has courage to say, hey, that should not have happened. Or, I understand why that happened, here's why. And so that way we can have an open line of communication, direct lines of communication, so that we avoid any types of perceptions or assumptions when it comes to policing. Southfield Police Department, we have the Community Policing Unit, we have school resource officers, And so we're constantly working with our children, constantly working with our schools, our business communities, and the result is great events, great turnouts, and then the parents to our youth liking the idea of putting their children in company of police officers.
Mayor Kenson Siver gave another State of the City address that was very well received. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
We've got great news. This has been on again, off again, it's on again. Costco is coming to Southfield, and you can applaud that, yay. Matter of fact, I couldn't find a refrigerator anywhere, and I got a Costco membership last week, and I'm getting a new refrigerator, hopefully Thursday, from Costco. Anyhow, the site is cleared. We're ready to begin construction. I'm told we can use our memberships there in November or December, and this is a unique product. It's not the regular Costco, it's a smaller Costco. It's a business Costco. And it's going to serve small businesses, hotels, restaurants, but anybody can shop there. Another first, this is the first business Costco in Michigan. This is the first Tesla service center in Michigan. It's under construction now. You can applaud that too. On Telegraph, Lower Telegraph. We're always concerned about food options, grocery stores. The New Seoul Market on Northwestern Highway at Telegraph has been very, very successful, the New Seoul Plaza restaurant. And so they're building next door an adaptive reuse in the former Copper Canyon New Seoul Gourmet Market. It'll be more than Asian food, I'm told, but we welcome them to our city.
Well, as I keep on saying, it's spring, it's going into summer. For a lot of us, that means getting our gardens going. Let's head over to Thompson Farms and learn about some classes that will be available this spring and summer.
Hey, my name is Ed Blondin. I'm here on this beautiful day at the Mary Thompson Farm. And I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about what Southfield has planned as far as all the garden workshops this summer. They last from April all the way through August, and we talk about everything from succulents to mitigating common gardening problems. We'll be doing a little bit of history, we'll be doing a little bit of planting. It's very hands-on, so make sure when you come out, you come to the Mary Thompson Farm, dressed appropriately because we do it rain or shine, and we hope to see you here.
We're going to follow up Thompson Farms with another Parks and Recreation program that was a smashing success, TouchATruck, an incredible program where kids and adults were able to come out and touch all types of vehicles, sit in the seats, blow the horns for fire department, police department, DPW. The kids and adults had a great time. Let's take a look.
Today we've got our first Southfield TouchATruck event. You can see all types of toys, trucks and vans, and you've got some cranes and you name it. We've got about 35 vehicles out here, everything from police department, fire department, Parks and Recreation, Department of Public Works, and we've also got some sponsors, Channel 4, Channel 15's out here helping us out, Old Dominion Trucking, Allied Construction, Quality Towing. So we've got some outstanding toys out here for people to come and see and sit in and get pictures with and stuff.
Brought out all the bells and whistles for the city to see and touch, and just show them that the fire department does so much more than just fight fires and do EMS. So it's a great event to get out and have that collaboration and that spirit with the citizens of this great city. And we're just having fun out here and handing out fire hats and letting the kids go through the smokehouse, because it's always good too. You can add a little education to it. So we're just out here having a great time, and so far it's been a great event.
Now let's switch things up a little bit and visit with our friends over at Rossock. They're going to teach us today about recycling textiles.
Did you know that the average person throws out about 68 pounds of clothing every single year? That's a whole lot. And so we've made it really simple for you to recycle these textiles and clothing and articles like this by using the simple recycling program. So how exactly does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. You just take the items you don't want and you put it into a bag, any kind of bag. It can be a black trash bag, it can be a clear bag, it could be a grocery sack, it could even be a box. You do want to get a hold of Simple Recycling to schedule an appointment because it's an appointment-based program. And then once you've made that appointment, you set this out in the morning. It's by 7:30 in the morning on your front porch the day that you've scheduled your appointment. And then they'll come by and pick it up from you. So it's just that simple. You don't take it to the curb, you take it and just drop it on your front porch. So it's that simple. Simple Recycling to recycle all of your textiles and household items like purses and accessories.
Let's end this news on an event that was really fun for me. Last year I went to the Pop Culture Horror Convention, Motor City Legacy. I got a lot of positive responses saying they'd like to see more things like this and wondered what these conventions were. So we went again. This year was the second annual Motor City Legacy Convention. We interviewed and met a lot of fun people. Let's take a look.
We are Michigan's newest all-age fan-friendly event regarding horror movies. We bring in celebrity actors to do autographs, photos, signings, panels, and just have a good time with the patrons that come to see them. The vendors we have are amazing. They carry the most unique and handmade crafts to like some of the greatest movies and DVDs. It's just a vibe that everybody seems to know everybody, and everybody loves the vendors.
I started watching horror movies with my mother when I was a 4-year-old, and it's my first love. And in 2012, I started doing a few, my son wanted a messenger bag for Legend of Zelda. I made it, and he said, Mom, everybody wants one. So I did some Comic Cons, which I like, but horror's my first love. So I'm in my element, and I'm an old retired school teacher, and I am so lucky because I get to spend my day at my sewing machine watching old horror movies and being surrounded by all this, and then coming here and being with other fans.
I have found probably the nicest people I've ever encountered are at horror conventions, and everyone, particularly vendors too, are always looking out for each other. So you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm working by myself. But I have no problem walking away from my table to go to the bathroom or to get something to eat. I don't feel like anyone's gonna come up and swipe my stuff. Everybody kind of looks out for each other.
Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of 15 News. We thank you so much for watching. We remind you that in addition to watching 15 News on Cable 15, you can also watch the episodes on YouTube and on Facebook. We thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next month.